I always love city by night. There's not too much light here right now. Good evening. It is presently around 8 p.m. I think. I started a project today, but I quickly realized I just need more time for that, and this video is supposed to go up on Thursday. So we're gonna do something else, and I'm gonna grab the things for that now. These are all my materials. Of course, a few spools of thread. Got these really pretty buttons, kind of like shell buttons, but also not. They have a crazy amount of depth in them, so I'm very happy I get to use them. This is just a jeans fabric. It's not too thick. And then I have, it's a purple aubergine kind of color. And what will I make with it? Well, I'm wearing them right now. It'll be a version of this dress, and I've already made this dress twice, but I love both dresses so much that I'm gonna make another one. And it'll be kind of like a short sleeve version. So I'm gonna pull the pattern out and we're gonna start cutting. I have located the pattern. It's a little bit more over there. And there's one small alteration I'd like to make. This is the front panel. And this is the cutout for the pocket. So what I would like to do is have this line up right here. And I've just measured this. This is about 2.5 centimeters. It's an inch basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on with chalk. Then measure 1 inch in. Create that line. This is the side front, not side back, side front. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just trace around it, and then when I come up here, I'm going to add 1 inch, smooth out the curve. That should give me pretty good results. I am so surprised and so happy. It fits. I was very afraid I have to give up the grain line of this one and put it on the cross grain, but it fits. Just barely. Like, it looks I have a lot of space left here, but it fits. Good morning. Well, it's 2:15, so it's afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi, I'm back. I had to run some errands this morning, and it was my turn for the cooking, but I'm back, and we're going back on this project. I pre-washed this, and I'm very happy I did that. This was gifted to me, so I did not know if it was pre-washed or not. A lot of dye came out of it, so I'm really happy I did that. This morning, I also bought a zipper. This was the only color I could find. It doesn't really match either, but I thrifted it and it was very cheap and it's brand new. So, very happy with it anyway. And then I also bought these two over here. I always keep kind of my current project in a box. So, here it is. I've got everything cut out. I think I'm going to sew this together first and maybe do buttonholes and finish all of that, and then I'm gonna start on this, cutting this out and sewing that up, because then that way I don't have to change my thread on a needle, which would be very nice. Also, apologies if I'm sniffling a little bit. It's rather cold here and I've been going inside outside, back inside, so I'm sniffling a little bit. Okay, there's something weird going on, and I think this is mostly my bad. I have, by the way, sewn the sides to the back and also the side front to the front. The other one is pinned on here, and if I put this notch up here where I think it should be, I don't have instructions with this pattern. I only have like about maybe 0.5 centimeter of seam allowance up here, but over here I have 2 centimeters extra. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sew this with 0.5 centimeter. Probably cut this off because there'll be a sleeve here, so it should be fine. And then later on in the pattern I have to make those changes I don't know, maybe I have to gather this slightly. I'm gonna get the original artwork from this. Maybe it'll give me some answers. Okay, so I've got the artwork. This is the ad for it. By the way, this is the pattern. It's a mail order pattern from, I believe, 1952. And I got this from an auction in Sweden. You can see Malmö over there. And this has the original pattern in it, but it's been used, and I think it's been graded down and cut off because not all the notches were there and some things just didn't line up. So I ended up making my own based on it, which is what I'm using right now. I'm just looking at this because this is what I have. This is the other version. And there is no real gathering of the shoulders visible. So I think I've just made a mistake here. I've sewn the front to the back. Not sewn the side seams yet because then this tab gets easier. I've pressed in this little edge, pinned it together. I'm now gonna sew basically the collar facing, and then this needs to be folded inwards, of course, on the inside, and stitched down. What I'm, however, going to do is most probably going to cut this edge off because it's only gonna add bulk. And I remember doing this on my previous dress, and I think I did it on the one I was wearing yesterday too. So I think I'm just gonna cut that off the pattern instead of constantly cutting this off. I am not putting a lot of finish in here. I'm just pinking the edges. I am grading, pinking them. This is because this is a jeans fabric and it's rather sturdy and it won't fray much. I don't know with that one if I'm gonna do a little bit more. Here it is. Color is sewn in. Used some whip stitches. And now I need to sew up the side seams, put in the sleeves, and then buttons, buttonholes, and this bodice will be done. Just put it on to kind of check the length of the sleeve, and I do really like it. What I was thinking of doing is kind of make a cuff with the edge. If I have enough, this is part of the edge of the selvage, basically. I'm gonna see if I can salvage enough of it to basically put it around the hem. Coming in, probably last footage of this evening, I have decided going to make them into separates. I really like this as a jacket, also on this dress that I'm wearing right now. So I'm gonna add a button, a buttonhole, and probably a little band here. The purple fabric, it's over here. Tomorrow I'm gonna make that into a skirt, and I'm just gonna add a waistband to the skirt, make sure it fits me properly, and then I'll have two separates that I can just, you know, wear. And I think I'll speak you again, or I'll see you again, or you'll see me again tomorrow. Alright, we're back, and today I'm going to work on the skirt mostly. I have the jacket mostly finished. I need to do a few more things on it. I didn't get it finished yesterday night, but I want to make some progress on the skirt because I feel like that's going to be rather quick. So I'm gonna lay out my fabric. I already have the patterns right there. Fabric is here. So we're gonna go for it. This is one of the other dresses made with the same pattern, as you can see. It's also a corduroy, but it's a much finer rib. But what happens here is that the V that is created is upside down. So the diagonal is going like this. The way I've pinned this, I hope I did it correctly. If I did it correctly, the diagonal will go like that. And I think that'd be really, really cool because this rib is fine enough not to notice, but this is a much, much wider corduroy rib structure. So I think with that, it'd be a lot better if it's actually appropriately pointed I'm gonna cut now. I'm not filming a lot of the process. I'm very sorry about that. Also because I'm on a bit of a time crunch. I don't really feel like setting up because I have to make test shots and do all that kind of craziness. So I've cut out all of my pieces. I'm ready to go start sewing some things. This pile over here is for waistbands. I have to massively piece it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to put it together after I've put together the rest of the skirt and probably piece it then so I can kind of line it up with these seams that are in the skirt. So it's somewhat has logic to it. Tiny little update. The chevroning, as I think it's called, worked. It looks absolutely beautiful. Skirt is coming on its way. I think I'll have it finished before dinner. I have put in the pockets. This fabric is a bit finicky to iron because it's kind of the same as with velvet. You're crushing it. So I have to be a bit careful. You can see kind of a little bit. So I cannot press it from this side. I can only press it from the inside, which means I can't get things super duper flat. I have zigzagged this without pinking it because I felt like that would be a little bit better. That is the zip. Sewn it in, just top stitched it. I really do like how these are kind of offset, so it's almost like they're braided. I really love that effect. I'm gonna sew the back to the front and press it open, and then I'll come back. We've made some progress. It's a skirt and it miraculously fits on my dress form. I, however, had to take in the side seams with 1 centimeter, so 2 centimeters on each side, so that's 4 centimeters in total. And now we're gonna go and figure out the waistband. So I'm gonna measure this and this part and then this part and make pieces as wide as that. Might even take this one just in one single piece if I can, and just go with that. I think when it comes to hemming, I'm just going to see if I have some bias tape that is purple or a similar color and just hem it with that. Since we're changing up the idea of this two-piece that it is now, I would like to change up the buttons as well, because I don't need 4 buttons anymore and I find it a bit waste to use 1 and then have 3 left. But I can also just keep 4 and use all 4 in the same project. Is this kind of my single button bin? They're just all smashed in here. I'm gonna have a dig and see which buttons might be working. Okay, I grabbed this bin as well because I do know I have some single buttons in here. I have my options. I ended up finding 3 of these, so I'm gonna keep them for something else. And then I found these. I absolutely adore this one. This one too. Can I put this? Yeah. So these 2 are true candidates. This one is actually kind of the same as what I was going for, but this is a single button, so that would work perfectly. However, I also found this one. I do really like the color, and since the skirt is purple, it will be really, really cool to use this. It has been decided. This will be the button that goes on the jacket. So now the next step is to sew the buttonhole. I already have to put the location on it, and after that it's only hand sewing. I don't think I'm gonna film any of that, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to shoot some footage. I have finished. I have just taken some shots outside. I'm wearing it with a blouse with some pin tucks that I made from an example from, I think, the late 19 teens, kind of World War I style. And here are my thoughts. I do really like both pieces. I think I will wear them with some minor alterations. I need to add a little gusset in the armpit here because it's just too tight. In the pattern, I'll probably lower the armhole with like maybe 1 centimeter or something. Just give me a little bit more space there. The second thing is, this skirt is just too big. And I really hate it because I really like it. So I think what I'm gonna do to save that is I'm gonna buy myself a new zipper because I cannot take it in more. since then I will not have enough room to pull it over my hips. So those are going to be some alterations I need to make, which sucks, but you know, it's fine. I very quickly did my hair makeup for it, by the way. I'm not good with makeup and my hair is a mess. I really hope you liked it. I really hope you like to see me make something that's actually truly kind of more history bounding. There'll be more like this because I really want to go and venture out into more clothing that is really my style, not just simple things. The next project hopefully will be based on a pattern that came out in 1917, I believe, 1916, and I'm really looking forward to that. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please come around next time. Thanks for watching, and until the next stash busting projects.